running on low energy? If so, stick around for this video because we're going to share our 4 tips on what to do if you're feeling drained. I'm Brit and this is Chris Carmichael, and together we have founded The Elevated Life, where we teach you these simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life. And I'm so excited for this topic because January has been heavy. I thought 2019 was bad, and we were all talking about how 2020 is going to be this amazing thing. But when we make changes, we still have to deal with the final changes and transitions that happen when we make those big changes. And I think we're all kind of feeling that right now. And a lot of people that I've been talking to have said they feel so drained and low energy, especially empaths who are feeling all the emotional sadness from everything that's going on in the world. So we wanted to hop on here and share our tips on how to boost your energy when you're feeling drained.
Yeah, and what's really important about this is that it's not about what you do just one time. And this is not like a quick fix. This is not something like, hey, I feel drained, I'm gonna do this once, and then I'm gonna feel great from here on out. This is something that you have to put in your daily routine. It's something that you have to start doing and continuously do so that you don't get back there. You know, being drained crushes everything that we do. You know, if you have big dreams, or if you're with a partner, or you just wanna do something exciting, it's really hard to show up as your best self when you don't feel like it. When you wake up, you're like, meh, you know, and you have those feelings that come about and you think, well, why is it not happening for me? Why is it not working? And the truth is because you're not showing up at 100%. And so many of us forget the little things that we have to do. If you look at what celebrities are doing, what successful people are doing, that are doing it really well, they have everything scheduled into their lives. And so all these things are habits that they're doing on a regular basis.
And you know, speaking of scheduling and structure and discipline, this is exactly what we taught this month in the Elevated Life Masterclass, because we know you creatives need a little discipline and structure in your life. And I know because I'm one of them. Thanks for being my structure, buddy. So if you're someone who needs help to like make a plan and have that actionable, like step-by-step, like goal setting, like mapped out for you, then this is the place to be. We teach everything that we know on creating structure, balance, and really setting up your routine, because let's face it, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. So if you're not structuring your day correctly, then you're never going to be able to move forward with the momentum that when you look around at other people who are extremely successful, you're saying, why isn't it working for me? It's because they're structured differently. And that's exactly what we taught inside this month's masterclass. So if you're not an elevator in the club, then we invite you to join us for a monthly live training, yoga and meditation practices, and 2 fucking badass coaches that will help break you past your fear, outside your comfort zone, and help you to elevate in every area of your life.
Yeah, so let's tune in real quick.
How can I find myself? Great question.
Teresa, great question.
Great question. When you ask the question, you begin to find the answer. So the fact that you're already asking, who am I? Which is one of the things I teach in my free Awaken Your Authentic Self video series that might be perfect for you. BrittanyCarmichael.com/awaken. It's 3 videos on how to discover yourself and what we have to remove in order to figure that out.
Yeah, also, what's up, Lisa? Good to see you. What's up, Krista? Hey, Sharon. Oh my gosh.
So good to see you guys. Sam, oh my gosh. Say hello if you're here tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, so let's talk about the first thing. If you start to feel drained, a lot of times it's not always physical stuff. It can feel like physical symptoms because when your mind is sluggish, your body tends to follow your mind. And so what we're really going to do here is get your body's a drug machine, whether you realize it or not. When you're in love, you're producing certain kind of hormones.
Salvador Dali says, I don't do drugs, I am drugs.
Yeah, and so
he's not kidding.
Your body produces incredible chemicals. I mean, if you want to be high, you do not need to go to a pharmacist or the local drug dealer. Your body is incredible at this. And so we're going to really capitalize on what the body can do through these things. So the first thing, if you're feeling drained, you need to 100% set up an exercise program. When you actually, and this is not about going to the gym.
Seems counterintuitive.
Totally counterintuitive. That's why it works so well. Whenever you exercise, your body produces endorphins and serotonin, and you start to automatically feel better. It's one of the tricks to being happy. If you exercise and not going into the gym about like, I've got to lose weight, I don't look good enough, people aren't, no. This is just to elevate your mood. We're exercising to elevate your mood. So when you go in the gym, you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel better when I'm done with this. The hardest part about exercising is always the first 15 minutes beforehand, where you're making a decision and not going through the excuses and all that kind of stuff. Get yourself, the endorphins and serotonin will help pull you.
I'm still in my yoga pants, people. Like, we've got to move our bodies even if we don't feel like it, because when you don't feel good, you don't do good. Anyone can agree? Can you guys agree with me on that one? Like, when we're feeling tired, when we're feeling drained, we don't feel creative. We don't feel passionate and motivated. So we have to set our body up for those optimum conditions.
Yeah, so just get in the gym or in your house, doesn't matter. You don't have to lift weights. You can do basic body weight stuff, sit-ups, push-ups, air squats, the normal things, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Get your heart rate moving, get a little bit of sweat going, and notice how much different you feel. Exercise is huge for getting you back on track. Such a key to happiness, such a key to start building that energy back up.
If you feel blocked, move your booty.
So true.
All right, the second thing to do is to start a meditation practice. When we feel drained, it's because our mind is too busy. It's overloaded, it's overwhelmed, and typically that overwhelms our body and it becomes tired and drained. So if we want to reclaim the energy in our body, we have to start with the source, and that is our mindset. So if you're not in a regular daily meditation practice, begin to start focusing on your breathing for just a few minutes a day, just to slow down. I always say smokers don't like the smoking. It's the 5 minutes of intentional breathing and like stepping away and calming down. So don't use something that will literally kill you as your excuse to walk away and take a break for 5 minutes or even 50 seconds to take nice, long, deep breaths. This is going to be the start of how do I start a meditation practice, because we know that you're not going to move to the Himalayas and shave your head and become like a freaking, devout yogi. But we have to get started. And this is the most simple way, is to just draw awareness to your breath. If you need other tools for meditation, of course, there's a million out there, but Chris and I share so many different types with instructional videos, because we know that all roads lead to Rome, but not everyone likes to travel the same road.
Yeah, it's so true. Meditation is one of the biggest keys, and just focusing on your breathing is plenty. You don't have to do anything else. Don't overcomplicate this. And don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have time. The biggest lie that we tell ourselves is that we don't have time for stuff, especially meditation. We're talking about focusing on your breathing.
You don't have time to take care of yourself?
Listen, guess what you can be doing right now while we're talking to you? Focusing on your breathing. That's all you really need to do. Just give some of your effort to yourself. That's meditation. Mm-hmm. Meditation is just being aware in the present moment. Our breath is the only thing that's actually anchored in the present moment. Everything else can be in the future. Everything else can be in the past. But the breath is always right here. We always have that. And it's always so simple. And so everyone dismisses it. So what you want to do is spend time in your meditative practice. Just take a few deep breaths. Before you drive off in your car, when you're headed to work, when you're headed home, 10 breaths. That's all you got to do. And what ends up happening is it lowers your levels of cortisol. We live in a society where everyone gets so excited about rushing. I mean, it's almost like we want to brag about, I stayed up till 2 a.m. last night working so hard, and I'm just going to go. I'm going to skip lunch today. What is that? Like, that
sounds miserable.
Doing it harder is not the way to go. This is such a more a smarter approach, because when our adrenaline gets too high, when our body gets in that fight or flight mode, our adrenals get fatigued. We start to feel sluggish. We have all these chemicals rushing through us trying to save us.
Can cause thyroid issues.
And what we really need to do is lower that cortisol, get away from all of the stress. And the way that we do that is affect our nervous system by breathing. Just focus on that breathing. Make this something that you do every single day. If you have to set a reminder in your phone, do it. Don't skip out on this one. This is the most important step out of all of this. Don't skip out on this step.
Yeah, and the third thing you can do to reboost your energy if you're feeling drained is to rest. If you're feeling drained, you need to take time to slow down. You probably have too much on your plate. You're probably worried too much and your mind is overworked. And the other part of this is to have fun. If you're feeling drained, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's probably because you're in the monotony of to-do list, or you feel stressed out by other people's demands on your life. So give yourself a moment to pause and go have fun for an hour, for 3 hours, for the whole day. Like take a sick day and take yourself on a date. Go have fun. Go do something that brings you joy, that brings you back to the present moment, because I promise that 1 hour, that 3 hours of intention, that one day of intention is going to change the game and give you so much more energy to show up to your work or to your children or to your spouse or to whoever, the community, whoever you show up and serve every day. It's going to give you so much more energy. And it's going to take away the resentment that might come up if you keep putting other people first.
Yeah, because you notice when you start with the serving of yourself, when you start with the rest periods, when you start feeling better every day, you give so much more because you can. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're only showing up 50%. Like if you don't sleep good at night, if you sleep for only a few hours and the first thing you do when you wake up is you pick up your phone and you get on everyone else's agenda and you start the wrong way and you don't exercise, so all the adrenaline and stuff that you got by scrolling through social media and all the dopamine that's flooded into your brain, if you're not moving that energy around, you're going to feel like crap. And then if you don't have a meditation practice and you let every little anxiety and worry come up in your day and bother you, and you don't feel calm, you're not showing up. Like you're not 100%. And everyone skips out on these really basic ideas because they're so basic. And it's always about coming back to the basics and integrating them into your life more. It's not complicated stuff. If you're like, how come I don't have the answers? Like it's always the simple answers. If you feel like, damn, this plan is overcomplicated, ditch it. Get something new. Do something that's really basic that brings you back to yourself, brings you back to your body, let your mind calm down, and starts to allow you to feel good. If you're not resting, if you're not getting that 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep per night, you're doing something wrong. If you need to take naps, you need to be doing that. You have to plan your day around these kind of self-care things because they are not optional. A lot of people treat them as they are. You know, it's so easy for us to look at the battery on the phone and realize that it's dead because it's got that, hey, it's 20%, hey, it's 10%, hey, it's 5%, but our bodies don't have that.
How do you know when your battery's dying?
Yeah, our work output just totally goes off the reservation at some part. And that's we normally only realize it once everything sucks. And then we fall into this huge depression mode because it seems like the world's caving in on us. But the truth about it is a lot of times we're just not coming back to this self-care. So get your rest in or have fun. It's the best ways, especially if you're trying to make big decisions in your life. Like get away from your normal way of thinking, go out and do something that you really enjoy, and you'll notice in that restful state, your body automatically produces the answer that you need. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to look for it. It will just pop right up.
Yeah, everything you need is within. And
feeling good today.
He's on fire. Our exercise was on point this morning. It's not enough just to know what to do, but rather to take action. And these are so simple that we just forget to take these small daily actions that make a big difference. Remember, the elevated life, simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation. We're not saying work your ass off and make it super hard and hopefully you'll change. No, it's simple shifts that will make this radical transformation, create miracles in your life, but you just have to apply them. I'm loving it. Okay, I just opened up space in my office to do yoga in my sacred space.
Yes.
Love it. I realized I've been listening to my body more. Amazing. Powerful. I definitely needed this. I need to move my body more and not stress about anything. You guys are so amazing.
Look, that is such a bonus tip. This is the bonus tip right
Wait, we got 2 more.
I know, but exactly what you said.
Are you skipping the other one?
Yes, listen, you have got to let the little things go in your life. You just can't worry about everything. You know, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or it's because I've lost people and things in my life, but there's so many decisions that we let annihilate us. I mean, it just will devastate our whole day, and it's small crap. Like if you're still getting mad about traffic on your way to work, come on. You've got to get over all the small things. You've got to just let them slide. If it's not something that's really big in your life, ditch it. You've just got to drop it out because there are important things for you to do. And if you tie up your energy with mundane nonsense and you're always feeling that and like every little bitty thing is pissing you off, you got to come back to yourself. You got to start letting that shit go.
Yeah, don't let the dumb shit drain your energy. Woo! So the last tip for you guys on how to boost your energy when you're feeling drained is to stay hydrated. We are made of water. We need water to survive, and water actually is an amazing conduit for creative intelligence to move through our body. So staying hydrated keeps our organs, our brain functioning properly. It's not like, I'm dying, I'm so thirsty, I can't function, I need water, I can't function. How many of you have been hangry and then tried to go do something productive? Burn! It does not work. So stay hydrated because that water is actually nourishing your mind and body and giving you the energy and the creativity that you need each day. Let's see. Anne says, I have a book that I was gifted at my engagement party. Don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah, my mom used to always say, let it go, Louie, let it go, Louie. And, you know, but it's unjust. It's not right. But we can't drain all of our energy on all the things that are unjust in this world because we would be dead. We would have zero energy, right? So we have to save our energy for using it for creative solutions, moving us forward in a loving and positive way.
Yeah, so think about what we've given you here today. We've given you a really basic blueprint for how you can start your night and morning. That's basically what this is. This is a way for you to infuse this into your life immediately. Start sleeping at night. Don't lay in bed and worry and a bunch of stuff like that. You got all day to worry. And if you want to worry a lot, if you like,
you're too smart and too creative to waste your energy and your imagination on worry, use it on something that you want.
And if you want to worry, if you're great at it, you know, some people are great at worrying. They just want to talk about everything bad. Spend 5 minutes on it. Do it like a mofo. I'm talking about worry and just the walls are falling down.
Worry until you explode.
You're on fire, all that stuff. In a second, you're done with it.
Be done.
Drop it. And then go to bed. So sleep at night. Sleep in a nice dark room. Make it cold. Remove all distractions. Get your phone in another room. You don't need it. Try and wake up without an alarm clock if that's possible for you. Wake up and get hydrated. You've been dehydrated all night. Your body's been resting. Now wake up and immediately drink. Great. Now you're hydrated. Don't pick up your phone. Exercise. Spend 15, 20, 30 minutes exercising. Whatever's right for you, whatever you can fit into your schedule. As soon as you're done exercising, sit down, relax, and breathe deep for like 2 or 3 minutes. You basically have incorporated every single thing that we've just talked about, and you've started off your day with 100% full charge battery. That way, when you go to give, you give it all, and you just leave everything out there. Instead of waking up feeling slow and drained and having to rely on coffee to pick up your nervous system, once you start doing these things, you don't need the coffee in the morning. It won't be necessary. You won't need that 2 o'clock re-energize coffee or the wake-up call, whatever it is that you use. You won't need it anymore. Get off that caffeine kick. Your body is the drug machine already producing the things that you need. Everything's already in here. It's all in here. It's just a matter of figuring out how to use it and incorporating it into your life so that you're doing it constantly.
Woo! So I want to know, what was your biggest takeaway from today? What are you going to implement right now, today, that's going to help boost your energy? Because these are simple tips that make a huge difference in your life. And if you're someone that struggles with that structure, that discipline, and having a plan, and having the confidence to go forward, you need plan and you need a confidence, okay? And if you're struggling with those, then the Elevated Life is the place to be. And to be honest, next month is probably going to be my favorite masterclass because it's been the thing that I've struggled with the most in my life. Anger, because things are unjust and we feel anger when things are unfair. And as someone who's here to create that, I'm a Libra, I'm about harmony and balance and creating more beauty and love in the world. It can be so easy to be thrown off of your, your positivity train, because there are a lot of things that can create the energy and the emotion of anger. But what we're going to teach you in next month's masterclass, not only how to eliminate the negative anger that comes up, but how to constructively and positively use it in a way that will help move you forward, because it's not just a bad emotion. You can actually use it to move forward and make changes in your life. So, and
I'll tell you what happens, and specifically what I noticed with the two of us, because this was a big deal. We're really hateful people for a long time. It absolutely sucked, and I didn't know it, because you get stuck in your own ways and you start seeing the world as a really dark place, and then you start to be that darkness. And you start to take that out and put that onto everybody that you come into contact with. And what happens when you expel the anger? Once you let go of the people that have hurt you in your life and you start to forgive them and you start to feel different, what ends up happening is, rather than using anger as fuel, which many of us did, we definitely did. I mean, it was our number one go-to game, was using anger, because we can get it done. We're so tough. Screw everybody. It's that feeling. And what ends up happening is that instead of the anger, you rely on love. And it's weird because love's so empowering. I mean, it is empowering. And you will amass an army of other people who are loving to come help and support you. And when you do that, it's just, the world becomes, I have the chills. The world becomes incredible. All of your dreams start coming true because you've let go of all the nonsense holding you back. If you don't realize it, anger is the brakes on the pathway to your success. It is absolutely holding the brake pedal down the whole time. And once you release it, and once you let go of all that just disgusting heavy weight that we all carry around from our childhood, from our past, from the lovers that we've had, from the jobs we've been let go of, people being mean, it's just so freeing. And you can just finally let go and realize, the world is incredible. And I'm a part of that incredible world. Yeah,
Diana says, great tips. She loves Wim Hof breathing.
Yeah, Wim Hof is phenomenal.
Amazing. Will definitely change your life. Griffin says, no picking up the phone first thing in the morning. Shannon says, I'm going to drink more water, exercise, and meditate. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old, guys. This font is small.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, if you love this message and you know someone who would be inspired by it, please tag them below or share the video. Subscribe to the page, and thank you so much for tuning in here on The Elevated Life. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for being the elevators who are here to make a difference, to shine their light and spread love, because we need more people conscious minded people doing good in the world. So thank you so much for being here. We will catch you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.